thank you. Lovely to be here. You're a lovely crowd. It's lovely doing comedy in January, because comedy in December is awful, right? December is like... Is that you guys?
No.
December is like the purge for twats, isn't it? A lot to look forward to in January, particularly next Monday. Trump's back in. Okay, that's a hard room to read. 95% boos, 5% cheers. I'm looking at just one man down there. Yes, a lot of people don't want Trump to get back in, apart from the comedians, of course. 4 years ago, we lost 95% of our America-based material. What the hell have we been saying about Biden for 4 years? He's old. Thanks very much, guys. Good night. Thank you. He was too old, though, I think, to be president. We agree?
Yeah.
All of you again, good. He mixed up Zelensky and Putin, which I think is the only rule of being American president. You can't mix up Zelensky and Putin, yeah? He's too old, yeah? He should be Zelensky, an old people's home. Sorry, he should be Putin, an old people's home. Thanks for that round of applause, guys. I appreciate that. So, yeah, I mean, the problem with all these guys is they're all men, aren't they?
Yes.
There was the women saying yes. Men, back me up, women. Come on. Okay, calm down. Yes, men are hated, aren't they? Yeah. Men hating started on the Titanic, of course. Yeah, it was a I'll answer. You said what? I'll answer. Yeah, I realise this isn't particularly topical, this material. But let me explain for anyone that's forgotten. Because it was a disaster, wasn't it, the Titanic? But mainly for men. I mention this because I went to the Titanic Museum just before Christmas. Has anyone been to the Titanic Museum? Woo! All of you again, good. You get this statistic, we know it's women and children first on the Titanic, yeah? Do you remember that? Okay, alright. But you get this statistic as soon as you go in. Here's the real order on the Titanic, right? Women, children, dogs. What? Let me explain. Now, how many dogs survived the Titanic? Little known statistic, there's 3, right? How many died? 9. That's a sad story, is it? 25% of dogs survived the Titanic. Let's have a look at the other statistic, shall we? Just out of interest, women, 79%. Well done, women, well done, yeah? Children, 50%. That's sad, is it? Let's have a look at the other stats before we all start crying, shall we? Dogs, remember, 25%. Men, 19%. What the fuck? Yeah, why does no one care about that in this room? A bigger percentage of dogs survived the Titanic than men. You sure there's no room on that lifeboat, mate? There's 3 fucking poodles on there. Oh dear. To be kind to Trump, he's getting back in because he's childish, isn't he? He's appealing to the childish people in the United States. Do you remember when we were kids and we spread a rumour that the local kebab shops were rounding up the dogs and serving them as food, yeah? That is Trump policy, yeah? Who voted for Trump? Apparently it was non-college educated people in rural communities, yeah? Thick people in fields, yeah? That was us as kids, wasn't it, guys? Yeah? Running around fields with bits of poo on the end of sticks. There's a silence in this room as if you don't do that in Colston. I did that in Birmingham. Maybe you're too middle class down here. Eh? The middle class have a problem with Trump, you know. You all drink lattes probably down in Colston. You can hear a pin drop in this room. You're drinking your lattes. There was no lattes in Birmingham in the 80s. If someone had put sea salt in our chocolate in the 80s, you'd have thought they were trying to poison us. I bet you don't even like Trump's favourite song, do you? YMCA? Come on guys, it's a fucking banger. YMCA! Oh, you middle class assholes, yeah? That's what it stands for. Thank you, two people, for trying to get that round of applause going. I presume they're my two children. That is their favourite joke. They like acronyms. So, yeah, I have got two children. They're childish, my two children. I've got a 15-year-old boy and a 13-year-old girl. Now, you're not going to get this one if you don't have kids. I apologise. Bit of a niche reference, but it's true, right? My 15-year-old, over the last couple of years, has become a cunt. True story there to break up the comedy. No, I apologise for that word, but it's the only. If you've got kids, you'll understand. You know what I mean? He said some things to me recently. He genuinely looked at my face just before Christmas and went, "Oh, Daddy, you've reached the dried fruit phase of your life." He said, "You've reached the prune phase, Daddy. Yeah? You've reached the raisin phase, yeah?" So I've pruned him out of my will. And now I'm not raising that cunt. Oh yeah, he was also commenting on my haircut the other day. What do we think of my haircut? Alright, cheers guys. He said, "Why have you got that haircut, Daddy? You look like a granddad hiding from the truth." What the fuck? He does say some cute things though as well. He said one particularly cute thing this year, it's only a week ago. He said, "Daddy, I want to buy my first Valentine's Day cards this year." And I thought, that's great, that's exciting. And he said, "Yeah, but I can't really buy a card for the girl in my school year. I want to buy it for her." I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Well, she's 14, yeah? She's in my school year, but I'm 15. She's 14. I said, "What's the problem with that?" He said, and I quote, "My friends would call me pedo." I know, right? I said to him, "George, yeah, this is your one chance to go out with a 14-year-old and not be a pedo. You get to 16, that ship has sailed, my friend." It sailed to... Okay. You never know in your new club how that's going to go down. And we all know now it didn't go down well. It's morality with kids that's screwed, isn't it? Has anyone got kind of young children, 15, 13?
Yeah.
One of you again? Okay. Right? It's morality. How old are your kids? They've left the room, good. I just realised they have no babysitter. No, morality. I can illustrate how morality's changed over the last 30 years. The biggest dating show when I was a kid, and some of you were kids as well, right, was a dating show called Blind Date. Thank you, now you're all on board, right? Now, if you don't remember this, it was one person choosing three. No, not choosing three. That would be a fucking programme, wouldn't it? On today's foursome. Laura laughs. No, it was one person choosing from three contestants, wasn't it? Yeah, it was always the same thing. It was cheeky. It was like, "Oh, same question to number 3. I'm into DIY. What's your favourite tool?" Oh, that's cheeky, is it? Can we say that at 6:30 on a Saturday night? Let's cut forward 30 years. The equivalent dating show that my son wants to watch every single night. That's right, Naked Attraction. Same question to number 3. Can I see your actual clitoris? I'd love to suck that peer's clitoris. Yeah? No, don't take an intake of breath. That's an actual quote from Naked Attraction. What the fuck has happened to morality? Back me up, people my age. So wait until 9 p.m. to see anything rude in this country, didn't we? Yeah? And even then it was like, "What's that, a nipple?" I'm not sure. Yeah? Was it a nipple or a shadow? Yeah? I can't rewind. I'm not quite sure whether to stay hard or not, to be honest. The whole country had to wait until 9 p.m. to masturbate, didn't we, guys? Don't go silent on me then. The whole country had to... So many people masturbated at 9 p.m. back in the 80s, yeah? It became known as the watershed. 3 people trying to get the round of applause going again. We'll get you by the end of the night, maybe. Yeah, morality's screwed. Oh, man. Okay. Have we heard about this Lily Phillips character? No. Okay. Fucking hell. Didn't realise there was people over there. But no! Move on! Just want to mention it quickly. She's this OnlyFans star. You not heard of her? No. She's having sex with 1,000 people in a month's time. Yeah. I know. Okay. All right. Anyone else in the queue? No. I was going to be in the queue, but then I found out she's only allowing people a minute each. What the fuck? Yeah. That's not making love, is it? Yeah. You got to take down your trousers. Yeah. Okay. I think you were right over there. In, out, have the argument, have the cigarette, all in a minute. I'm not a piece of meat, Lily. You know what I mean? I didn't find out she wants to do it in 19 hours. You know what I mean? You know, she wants to do it 5 hours sooner. Yeah, presumably so she can go home to her boyfriend. Yeah. What have you been doing today, darling? I was doing that. Oh yeah, how did he go? Yeah. Are you sore, are you? Yeah. It's always the next day, isn't it? It's like squash. Alright, I was in two minds whether to do this bit, right? But the whole country's talking about it, and my point is they're really upset for her. They're going, oh, well, you know, well, poor her. Poor her? She's earning a fortune through her choice. Who should we feel more sorry for? Her or Doreen, yeah? Who has to work for 45 years in a canning factory, right? And then she finds out, because of Keir Starmer's rule change, she has to work 7 more years, right? Who do we feel more sorry for? Lily Phillips is laughing, yeah? The only thing that'll stop her laughing is when she realises Keir Starmer, with the change of the pension rules, has taken over the record from her by fucking 4 million pensioners in a day. He won't even break a sweat because their houses are so fucking cold because he took away the winter fuel allowance. Okay, right. Okay, you were wrong. But only just, I do agree. Right, yeah, the world is a horrible place, and it's this obsession with celebrities, isn't it, that I have a problem with. The LA fires, obviously, but they're still carrying on, right? The obsession with celebrities drives me mad, right? The news comes out, and they go, look at these fires, yeah? We all feel terrible, don't we, right? And then they say, I'm going to make you feel more terrible, because celebrities' houses are affected as well. And I think, I don't care about celebrities' houses. I care about the hundreds of thousands of working class people. And they go, no, hang on, before you go. Paris Hilton has lost her house. I don't want to be cruel here, yeah? But that doesn't make me feel any worse, does it? Yeah? Paris Hilton, clues in the name, isn't it? She's got somewhere else to go. Clues in both of her names, actually. She goes to any hotel anywhere in the world. Yeah, the world is in a terrible place. But if you are feeling down at the moment, I've got a tip from the 80s. There are some people my age, right? So I've got that tonight, right? Because this is how we were made to feel better in the 80s, right? However bad we felt, right? There was no mental health, no therapy or whatever. 2 words in the 80s. Do you remember them? Cheer up. Cheer up, right? Even if somebody had died, right? I remember my grandma dying. Somebody said, oh, cheer up, Nathan. It's what she would have wanted, yeah? I instantly cheered up, yeah? Imagine saying that to someone now with their problems. You try it tomorrow. They'll come to you and go, oh, I think I've got long COVID. Cheer up. You've been actually assaulted, you know what I mean? Ukraine, you know, the fires, you know, Gaza, I don't know what to do, the world's getting worse every day. I've got an idea. Have you tried cheering up? It was so easy to cheer up in the 80s, wasn't it? Do you remember this expression? This cheered us up in the 80s, right? This will blow your mind at 1 or 2 young people in the room, right? In the 80s, all we had to do to cheer up, right? Someone would say to us this, cheer up, you might be starving to death in Africa. Right? Band-Aid, Live Aid, cheer up. You could be, now we realise how wrong this is, don't we? You know? This perpetuates the myth that the whole of Africa is in trouble, white saviour complex, you know what I mean? You can't say this about any country, can you? Cheer up, yeah, you know, you might be in Ukraine. The Ukrainians are proud people, aren't they? They want to be in Ukraine. The closest country I got to making this work is cheer up, you could be in North Korea. But again, I agree with half the people that didn't react to that. That doesn't work either, does it? Yeah, because North Korea is a very secretive society. Yeah, they might be happier than us, even us in this room. You wouldn't have thought that was possible, would you? Yeah. But I'll tell you one thing that does work. You're clever people, you'll know this. In North Korea, they ban Christmas, yeah? So the song would work, they literally don't know it's Christmas. Okay. Right. I mean, you've been lovely. I don't know if I've overdone my time. Let's have a look at my time.
Your phone got off yet?
Kind of. Is that one heckle at the back? You're not the person keeping the time. I think I was looking at the promoter. Have you overdone your time? Yeah, kind of. Get off. Right. Yeah, see you next Monday at the Trump rally. Yes. No. In closing, yeah, I'm looking forward to Trump getting back in. You know what I mean? Why? Because I'm a comedian. My favourite thing Trump did, do you remember this one? He looks under the lights to seize in the room of his presidential candidates debate. Do you remember this one? He goes, I am, yeah, the least racist person in this room. My question at the time was, who was in the room? 20 members of the KKK and my stepdad. Okay. All right, you're reacting there as if you were my stepdad. Slacking off men again, yeah, men awful, yeah. Dogs are preferred to men. Let's go back to the first bit of material that at least 90% of you enjoyed, yeah. And 1% of you said what when I mentioned it. Yeah. I'm going to do more on that until you don't say what, actually, right? The biggest, I love dogs. Anyone else love dogs? Woo, all of us, right? The biggest problem I have with a bigger percentage of dogs surviving the Titanic than men, right, is the water would have been the best bit of the trip for the dogs. I mean, they love retrieving stuff, don't they? Well, do you know how much stuff there was to retrieve that day? They love chasing sticks and balls. Do you know how many walking sticks were in the water that day? Do you know how many balls were in the water that day? Let me remind you, 81% of the balls. Right, I think I've overrun, but I'll leave you with this, right? You have been an absolutely gorgeous audience. I love this place. This reminds me of like clubs I used to hang around with my dad as a kid. I fucking love this type of club. And what I love about this club, you know, you're a bit chippy in but no one heckled until the end. I got my best heckle the other week. I was doing my Titanic stuff, and I branched off into talking about the submarine. You remember the submarine that? Yeah, that went down recently. And I started talking about it. Somebody genuinely put their hand up from the back of the room and said, "Sorry to be pedantic." That's the start of any great heckle. Sorry to be pedantic, yeah, but it wasn't a submarine, was it? It was a submersible. Yeah. I said, "What's the difference?" She said, "There is a difference, actually. Yeah, a submarine propels itself forwards and backwards from the shore. A submersible falls to the bottom of the ocean and then rises back up again." And I said, "Sorry to be pedantic, but not in this case." Right. There's a round of applause.